Hello guys! Welcome back to my vlog. At kung bago ka sa channel na to, I'm Za and this is Za Canada channel. Thank you po sa lahat ng mga nag-subscribe lately. At kung hindi pa, mag-subscribe na po kayo. And in this channel, I discuss about anything that has something to do with immigration in Canada. Hindi po ako ay RCIC officer and all of my videos are for information purposes only. So if you'd like to get legal advice, then contact a legitimate IRCC or RCIC consultant. Ito yung mga immigration consultant or lawyer. Okay po? So anyway, we also talk about anything that has something to do with immigrants here in Canada and anything like inspiring stories or mga pinagdadaanan ng mga Pilipino dito sa Canada at kahit saang parte ng mundo. So anyway, we are going to talk about a new topic for today, which is about the BC or British Columbia nomination program. So nag-update sila kahapon as of recording this video, or actually January 22. Hindi kahapon kung kailan ko to in-upload. Well, kahapon kung kailan ko to in-upload. So it was updated on January 22 at yan ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Panoorin hanggang dulo. So, this is the main news. The main news is this: fee increase for skills immigration application effective January 22, 2026. Ang new application fee na is 1,750 Canadian. Ibig sabihin, mas mataas now compared before na 1,475. So, $300 yung in-increase niya. Malaking halaga pag kinonvert natin yan sa Philippine peso. Malaking, i-times na lang natin sa 40. So, 300 times 40 is parang 12,000 yung in-increase ng fee. Pero, ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng skills immigration stream? Itinaas nila sa skills immigration stream, para sa mga skilled workers. And sino nga ba yung pwedeng mga mag-apply dito sa skilled worker? Ito yung may mga work experience, may job offer, kasali dun sa mga priority occupations, dun sa madodraw sa next BC PNP draw sana. Well, actually, itong news na to, tinitingnan ko siya as good news. Alam niyo kung bakit? Kasi last year, hindi nga sila masyado nag-draw. Or yung British Columbia, hindi nga masyado nag-draw. Kasi nga, ang pinrioritize lang nila is yung high impact workers, yung may mga matataas ang sweldo. If you've seen my previous video, I mentioned there that they draw people na may mga $83 and above salary. So, sino ba yung mga yan? Diba? Ang tataas na mga sweldo. So, yun yung mga pinrioritize nila last year. Pinrioritize din nila yung mga healthcare workers, at yung mga entrepreneur, yung mga business man or business women here in BC. So ngayon, bakit ko siya tiningnan as good news? Kasi kung nagplano sila na itaas ang fee sa British Columbia, which means na most probably, again, this is only my opinion, okay? So most probably, they are going to hire more people because they are going to draw more people in priority priority sections or skilled workers, which means na ibabalik na nila yung draw. Hopefully, i-manifest natin yan. Sino ba sa inyo ang nag-iintay dyan na madraw for the BCPNP? Isa ako dyan. So, isa ako sa mga tao na nangangarap na sana madraw na sa BCPNP. At ito na nga, ano ba yan? At ito na nga, bakit nga ba nag-increase ang fee? Kasi BCPNP needs more resources para i-handle ang lahat ng application at manatili ang serbisyo nila sa mga applicants hanggang maging permanent resident ka. Di ba nga, if you get nominated sa isang province, may additional 600 points ka na agad sa express entry. And if you have that 600 points sa express entry, hindi ka na malabong madraw sa express category draw for provincial nominee, or kung nandito ka naman sa Canada, then you can also qualify for the Canadian Experience Class. Hindi na malabo na maging permanent resident ka kung may additional 600 points ka for provincial nominee program ng isang probinsya. So, again, when they say that in order for them to become efficient, so most probably, they are going to hire people. Maybe they are going to hire more people to do the jobs kasi nga, magdodraw na sila. Ibabalik na nila yung draw nila. So, i-manifest natin yan. And, again, hindi masama ang increase, pero dapat prepared ka sa cost kapag nag-a-apply ka, especially dyan sa Pilipinas. Kasi napakalaking halaga ng 12,000 pesos sa Pilipinas. Well, dito rin naman. Actually, yung $300 na increase na yan is para sa amin, para sa aming dalawa. Siguro 2 weeks. Yeah, mga 2 weeks na pagkain na namin. 2 weeks na medyo may sobra na yan. May sobra na nga yan. 200, parang 2 to 3 weeks more or less na pagkain namin sa buong 2 to 3 weeks. And I just want to reiterate pala na yung increase of $300 or yung fee na 1,750 Canadian dollars is for the application itself. But if you are only going to register, which means that you are going to create your profile and submit it to the BCPNP portal, then walang bayad yan. Yung registration is free. And then, yung request for review is $500. For example, bakit nga ba request for review? Example, you were refused, for example. You were refused the BCPNP and you think that it shouldn't be refused. Kumbaga, alam mo naman sa sarili mo na tama lahat ng documents mo na ipinasa, and then you just have to probably submit additional documents in order for you to prove that yes, I qualify for the BCPNP, and if you have enough documents to prove that you can qualify for the program, then you have to pay another $500 to review your application again. So, yan. And definitely, you can pay all of these fees sa BCPNP portal. Okay? And what are the impacts of this to the applicants? Mas mataas. Siyempre, mas mataas ang cost. Yun nga, kagaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, marami ka nang magagawa sa $300 o sa 12,000 pesos sa Pilipinas. And, however, think of it in a long run. If you have enough, if you've been drawn, for example, papalampasin mo ba yan? Siyempre hindi, di ba? Gagawan mo ng paraan niyang additional fee na yan. Babayaran mo pa rin yan. Especially pag na-draw ka dun sa next BCPNP draw. Ayan, paulit-ulit. Kasi, once you get nominated or once your application has been approved, again, this is a strong pathway to PR. And kapag may PR ka na, madadala mo na yung pamilya mo, di ba? And at the same time, you can give all these benefits to your children. Or sometimes if you still have your mom or your dad, then they'll have a chance to visit you here in Canada too, diba? So again, the processing priorities for 2025 and 2026 focus on in-demand jobs like healthcare and high economic impact roles. But fees still apply for everyone. So which means na dito sinabi lang na back in 2025, yun yung priorities nila, no, healthcare and high economic impact roles. But hopefully this 2026 they haven't announced. Remember dun sa last video ko rin about the BCPNP update, I mentioned there that they are going to announce the priorities for this coming year sa New Year. New Year na. Anong araw na ngayon? Siguro 3rd week of January na. By the time that I post this video, probably 4th week of January na. So hopefully, they announce it. They announce it na po. Diba? And here are only the tips for the applicants. So make sure na you have to prepare your budget. Okay? Kasi aside from the BCPNP fees, you are still going to pay the IRCC fees, the biometrics, and other costs. Pag nandiyan ka pa sa Pilipinas, then you also have to do the OEC. Because as far as I know, sa pag-provincial nominee program din, kailangan din ng OEC. And again, for just a rough estimate, okay? For the work permit fees, nasa $300 more or less. Sa biometrics, this is as far as I know, right? This is $90 sa pagkakaalala ko. And then sa OEC, wala po akong wala akong idea. Because I did that like a few years ago na. Yun. And definitely, before you apply, make sure that you already have all the documents that are required. Para pag na-draw kayo, automatic, may ipapasa kayo or may i-attach kayo mga requirements. Because as soon as you get drawn, parang nabunot yung pumasok ka sa cut-off score ng BCPNP, then you only have like a month, like parang a month or two. I have to check because honestly, I've asked my consultant to do everything for me. So again, when it comes to these things, kasi nga hindi naman ako bihasa mag-upload ng mga forms na to. So as much as possible, I'd like to leave it to the expert, kumbaga. So sila yung nagagawa para sa akin, but I already have all the documents that are needed if in case madraw. Okay? Alright, so that should be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. At again, kung like yung video na to, don't forget to share and subscribe. And laging tatandaan, hindi kailangan maraming pera, basta may peace of mind. Again, dumalakad pa rin ang email ko dyan sa baba. If you have any inspiring stories or questions or anything under the sun, as long as related sa channel na to, feel free to send me an email. Okay? Again, thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.